What's up guys, welcome to Veldora-kun. From our previous episode, we have witnessed a battle between Alvis and Momiji. If you haven't watched the previous episodes, I will put the link in the description below. Just a quick warning, these videos contain spoilers from the light novel. By the way, please follow my backup channel with all the lost videos. Also, don't forget to join our Discord community, Veldora-kun Subordinates. The link is in the description box. So now in this video we will review what happened next, which is Benimaru's reaction on the engagement offer. But before we will proceed, please like, subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. Now without further ado, let's proceed with the video. Momiji blushed intensely at the news and looked at Benimaru, then Kaede. Ma mother. Momiji tried to stop her mother yet was stopped. Kaede continued, then, Benimaru dono. The proposal you just raised, we will accept all of its content. In fact, I am prepared to acknowledge the rule of Sir Rimuru over our lands. However, the condition is that you will marry my daughter. I doubt you will need much time to think it over, but what do you say? Benimaru was at loss for words. Momiji tried to stop her mom again, hold on. I know that mother has already acknowledged this guy. But I haven't. He does indeed seem stronger than me, but if so, then I don't want you to force him into this. I want to win his love first. Don't you always say, mother, that a truly good woman is one who makes her sweetheart turn back toward her? Momiji flustered for some reason after saying this. She hid her reddened face behind her fan and all but ran out of the room, fleeing the scene. Kaede laughed heartily at her behavior. Alvis raised her head with some form of revelation, while Benimaru felt a bit embarrassed seeing how Momiji had acted. Later on it was agreed to give Benimaru more time. This was all entirely Kaede's idea, not actually something she wanted to impose on Benimaru. It would be a huge gain for her if Benimaru had agreed, but that's just a thought. As for the rest of Tempest's demands, she largely agreed. The tunnel through the mountain was still an issue, but she gave them permission to construct the highway to Seri in any way they pleased. Putting aside whether Benimaru and Momiji could get together, they hoped that the Tengu tribe could build a good relationship between the demon lord Rimuru and the Tengu race. After giving birth to Momiji 15 years ago, Kaede passed most of her power to Momiji. This was also caused when she gave her a name. That's why Kaede hoped to find her cute yet inexperienced daughter a strong backing. That was her only wish. Benimaru's visit was a coincidence, but to Kaede, he brought hope, a final hope, gifted to her by her former lover Hakuro. After some contemplation, Kaede agreed to postpone any concrete marriage plans. And so, it was Momiji's turn to visit Demon Lord Rimuru. Now back to Rimuru and Benimaru. After Benimaru told his story, Rimuru noticed that Benimaru seemed to be getting a serious headache over the whole thing. Benimaru even described it as scarier than the first time he met Rimuru, which Rimuru wasn't sure how to react. Perhaps it was Benimaru's way of joking. Even that Alvis was easily suppressed. Regardless, this was why Momiji had been sent here. If she landed such a clean hit on Alvis, underestimating her in a battle is the least thing to do. Rimuru was glad Momiji wasn't hostile to them anymore. He also never expected Hakuru to have a daughter. He thought Hakuru would also play a key role in solving the issues. Benimaru and Momiji marrying was strictly an issue between the two of them. Basically it's none of his business. Benimaru, Rimuru and Hakuru continues to discuss the issues the night before the Tengu tribe arrives. Benimaru said, please hold on. I have my own considerations as well, or perhaps should I stand my ground? To which Hakuru interrupted, what do you mean? Do you not like my daughter and think she's not worthy of master? And Benimaru contradicts, I never said that. Besides, why are you acting like a father now? Didn't even know she was born, so don't act like a father now. And Hakuro said, it is because I know that fact that I'm gonna take responsibility from now on. And just like that, Benimaru didn't know what to do, while Hakuro was acting abnormally. It only made the problem worse. They kept talking all night, but it never really came to a conclusion. Now, on the day of Tengu's tribe arrival, a table had been temporarily set up in the reception hall. The beautiful girl sat down on a hastily prepared chair in front of Rimuru. This young girl was the Tengu tribe's representative, the fabled Momiji. She gave Rimuru an arrogant look and began to speak. "Demon Lord Rimuru, nice to meet you. My name is Momiji, and I have come here on behalf of the elder of the Tengu race. I look forward to our future interaction." To which Rimuru responds, "You are too kind. I am Rimuru who just became a demon lord. I'm in human form now, as you can see, but I'm actually a slime. In general, I'm pretty much a pacifist, so you can discuss with me if you ever run into any trouble." And Momiji declares, "You may spare the concern. It is truly impressive that you've united Jura Great Forest in this short time. We recognize you as the ruler of the forest and look forward to being a good neighbor to you. However, we will not allow you to interfere in our affairs." Xian was about to react as her body shook a bit. But surprisingly she endured it. Momiji, meanwhile, was looking quite nervous while waiting how Rimuru would reply. While she looked quite casual and relaxed, internally she was probably on the verge of being crushed by extreme unease. She must not have been sure whether Rimuru was friend or foe yet. Rimuru thinks that the pride in her race had forbid her to show their willingness for allegiance. A young, inexperienced ruler faces doom if people look down on them, after all. Rimuru can understand her sentiment. He said, "I see. I understand what you are getting at. We don't intend to interfere too much. As I think Benimaru here explained to you, we just want to build a highway around the base of the Kusha Mountains. There's also another thing that I want to confirm with you. Will you give the High Orcs the permission to stay now that they've moved their settlement to the lower mountain region?" And Momiji responds, "Yes, that is not a problem. We've never claimed ownership to the resources of the mountain and forests, so they can do what they wish with the minerals. We only wish to be left alone." Rimuru was still unsure as to what could the Tengu tribe really be on guard about. He said, "About that, I'm not sure what you guys are wary of, but we really have no intention of starting a conflict with you." And Momiji asked, "Why should I believe you?" To which Rimuru said, "Yeah. I mean, have I said or done anything to make you suspect I've got my eyes on expanding my territory?" Momiji turned to me immediately upon hearing this, trying to determine whether they were friendly or hostile. Momiji then replied boldly, "You associate with that crafty bird woman Free. Her desire to usurp our land is the best evidence." Rimuru said in English, "Time out," to which Momiji asked angrily, "What does time out mean?" And Rimuru answers, "It means stop. We need to discuss some things." Rimuru called and gathered all the executives and began to discuss. Momiji agreed but silently complains. Rimuru asked his executives, "Right, what do you guys think?" And Sowei quickly replied, "Ex-Demon Lord Free's territory is connected with the Kasha mountain. I could imagine some conflicts with the Tengu erupting along those lines." Rimuru then checked the map in his mind, and the Tengu's residence was not within the Jura Great Forest and therefore not within any demon lord's agreement of protection. They were very easily invaded by others. So he asked, "But why, though?" To which Benimaru said, "I can't think of any reason." Hakuro pondered, "I've heard something before. It is rumored that Free likes to move around locations with high altitude. As her second name of the Sky Queen suggests, perhaps she's endeavored to move her capital to the tallest place within access to her? Since according to Benimaru, only by going through the cave at the mountaintop would you reach the Arcadia that was the hidden residence of the Tengu tribe. In other words, it was actually in a tiny alternate dimension. Rimuru figured that would be quite different from the city that Free would hope for." Everyone is silent while contemplating, not until they heard someone scream. Momiji yelled, "You people, stop treating me like air." Rimuru got spooked when someone suddenly shouted next to him. Momiji was there, fuming and sick of waiting any longer. Now, Rimuru couldn't pretend that he did not hurt her. And that's it for my video. Thank you so much. See you on my next upload.